Court is calling 2023 CR 0527, State of Texas versus Sebastian Johnny Castillo. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garrett, Your Honor.
Defense,
Garrett Chirac for the defendant.
are you Sebastian Castillo?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you entered a plea on March 30th to count one, paragraph B, no contest. According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 5 years in the prison. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. State is not making any recommendations to your application. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, and then there's to be no contact with several parties. Did you have a chance to review the PSI report, counsel?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
State,
Yes.
any objections to the PSI report?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, the state is silent. So any witnesses, defense?
Witnesses, I just have my defendant.
All right, do you wish to call him?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Sebastian Johnny Castillo.
Defense,
Mr. Castillo, do you want a statement you want to make to the court?
I just like to say I'm sorry to my mom, my brothers and sisters.
How old were you when this happened?
I was 17.
Okay, were there some family dynamics going on in this situation with your step parents and your siblings?
Yes, sir.
What was exactly going on? You recall?
I was being beaten and I got kicked out.
I'm sorry, you were being what?
Beaten. No further questions.
All right, who are you saying was beating you?
My stepfather.
And where's the proof of this?
Just his, were any police reports made on this?
No.
Well, did he tell the school?
You tell the school you were getting beaten?
I was kicked out and they went to withdraw me at the school and the cop was there. And whenever they were taking me back home, they kicked me out and I was out for 3 days.
No, my question still has not been answered. So he's saying that his stepfather was beating him at the home.
Mhm.
So did he ever report it to the school? That's either yes or no. All right. So where's the proof? Because what I have is I have him going to a home. I have him where they say that he threatened to shoot up the school. That's why the mother called. And then I have him going back to the home and they're saying that he pointed a gun on them.
Judge, I'm saying here that I think what led to this was they, for some reason, the step parents really wanted him out of the situation. He denies that he ever made a threat to shoot up the school. He says that was a false threat. I think they just wanted him out of the house. When this happened, you were actually living with your grandparents. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And if you get probation, that's who you would live with?
Yes, sir.
And when this happened, you were what, 17?
Yes, sir.
And do you do any alcohol or drugs?
No, sir.
Now, according to the police report, it says S1 and S2. S1 grabbed a handsaw. And you're S1. It says S1 grabbed a handsaw and attempted to saw through the lock to the gun safe. S1 then found a grinder and cut through the lock. S1 and S2 grabbed multiple guns from the safe and gathered them together. The cousins who went with S1 were waiting outside the laundry room with guns in their hands. S1 and S2 also gathered other listed items as well. Victim 3, 4, and 5 were all sitting in the living room sofa. Victim 3 said that S1 and S2 went into the living room and kitchen and had some of the guns pointing at them. S1 told victim 3 to shut the F up or he will shoot them. S1 and S2, along with S1's cousins, left the location with all the items he took. Once they left the location, V3, which is victim, locked the doors. Victim 2 arrived shortly after and called out to victim 3 to open the door. That was when victim 3 told victim 2 what happened. Victim 2 then called victim 1, who called the police to make a report. So, anybody want to address that? Because victim 3 is a juvenile. Victim 4 is a juvenile. Victim 5 is a juvenile. So,
You're shaking your head.
No, no.
are you saying you didn't take these items?
No, ma'am.
I mean, it's what you pled to. All right. Is there anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. I'll hear argument.
Judge, at the time of the incident, the defendant was 17 years old. It typically it sounds like it was a family dispute matter. Allegations are of guns being pointed, no shots were fired. It's evident that the parents and stepmother and stepfather do not want him in the location. That's not a problem. He's young. He's got his whole life ahead of him. I think he realizes he made a mistake in that situation. Maybe his anger being removed from the family caused him to kind of have a moment of basically being stupid.
And see, I can understand his position if there were people in the home where this was not their stepfather as well. So this is what the court is going to do. Court is going to find you guilty, sentence you to 5 years in prison, give you credit for any time served. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon, an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with regards to the restitution amount. The court does not, they're asking for $45,000 in restitution. The court has nothing before it to suggest that restitution should be $45,000, and no information on restitution has been presented to the court. So the court is not ordering restitution. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. You won't probably go around. Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. And because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, and also because this is a conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you. I know we're off the record. I know you're young, and 5 years seems like a lot of time.
Yes.
Time does go by quickly, but you need to start bettering yourself. If there is some type of mental health issue going on, or some other issue that you have, drug issue, or some type of trauma that you've suffered, you can ask for help and they will give it to you. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Good luck.
Court is calling 2023 CR 4087, State of Texas versus David Allen Martin. Could I have the parties announced for the record for the state?
Stacey Harrington.
For the defense?
Anthony Cantrell.
Are you David Allen Martin?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
I did, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Barton, I'm going to show you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Judge. No, I'm sorry, Judge. This is 4087.
Yes.
State is proceeding solely on count 1, waiving and abandoning all remaining counts. And do you have both cause numbers?
Yes.
Or are we just doing one at a time?
No, I'm going to go to that first one, that one next. I just want to make sure we have this one.
No problem, Judge.
So you're waiving counts 2 through 13?
That's correct, Judge.
Any objection?
No objections.
And then the next case is 2023 CR 4088, State of Texas versus David Allen Martin. Counsel, have you received all the discovery in that case?
I have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery in that cause number. Mr. Martin, in that case, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Judge. State is proceeding solely on count 1 and waiving and abandoning the remaining counts.
No objections.
Okay. So count 2 through 5 are waived without objection. Mr. Martin, in each of the cause numbers, I'm showing you what's entitled court admonishments and defendants waivers and affidavit of admonitions. Did you review those documents with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign them in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
And the cause number ending in 4087, you're charged with the offense of promotion of as a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. And the cause number ending in 4088, you're charged with the range of punishment for that offense is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and a possible fine of $10,000. Did you understand? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
In each cause number, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. In each cause number, I'm showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
In each cause number, the state is requesting that your punishment be assessed at 10 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. There are no applications. The cause numbers will run concurrently. State will take in consideration 2023 CR 4144, 2023 CR 4143, and there's to be Chapter 62 compliance in each cause number. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
In each cause number, I'm showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement, there's to be no contact with the complainant. Did you understand that was a recommendation from the state and the court does not have to follow that recommendation?
Yes, ma'am.
Then in count one, ending in the cause number 4088, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
And cause number ending in 4087 to count one, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State any evidence to support the defendant's pleas of guilty.
State offers State's Exhibit 1 and all attachments in each cause number.
No objections.
In each cause number, I'm showing you what's entitled wavering consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review those documents with your attorney? Did you understand them and did you sign them in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
In each cause number, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right. In each cause number at the review in State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. In each cause number, the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, have you spoken with the complainant?
Yes, Judge.
And is she aware of this?
She is, Judge. She's actually currently in juvenile detention.
Okay.
She received a tampering with evidence case, and we're actually trying to get her treatment at this time, Judge. So she is aware.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor. We just asked the court to follow the plea bargain.
All right. What would you like to say?
I don't have anything to say.
I'm sorry, I cannot hear you. You need to speak up.
I'm sorry for my actions, ma'am.
Oh, are you sorry for your actions or is it because your attorney told you to say you're sorry?
I'm sorry for my actions. It's just a lot. You know,
Are you married?
A lot of resort. I plan on getting married.
Who are you getting married to? Does she know about this case?
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
She's in the courtroom.
So she knows that you
You know,
were having sex with an underage child.
honest with her about it.
I'm sorry,
I
what?
was honest about it with everything.
And she still wants to be with you. Do you have any children?
I do not.
All right. And I see that the child was 16. Well, I mean, not you believe so. In the police report, it says that she told you she was 16.
She didn't tell me anything.
I think he found out after the fact.
He found out while they were together, Judge. Yes.
Okay. So you knew. And the person you're with who's here to be with you and support you, does she have children?
No, ma'am.
And how old is she?
She's 34.
And who is it?
Complainant as well, Judge. She was there during this whole time.
What is her name?
She's in the police report. Lauren Messwich.
Let me find her in the police report. And you say it's Lauren, Lauren?
That's correct, Judge.
And how do you spell the last name?
I might chop it up. Messwich, Mesch, I believe, WICH. It's in one of the reports.
All right, let me see if I can find her. Do you know how to spell her last name?
It's one MESH.
Would you like me to locate it for you, Judge?
Yes, please. All right, it's Lauren Elizabeth, and the last name is Meschwitz. All right, and so she's the person who wanted to have a threesome with the underage person, correct? I'm sorry?
It was both of us.
All right. And cause number 4088, the court is going to find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 10 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. Time and money will not run concurrent. This will run concurrent with 2023 CR 4087. Take in consideration 2023 CR 4144. 2023 CR 4143. There's Chapter 62, compliance, no contact with the following: the complainant and Lauren Elizabeth Meschwitz, and give you credit for any time served. So your relationship with her is over. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Meschwitz, if you're not on the docket, you can leave the courtroom because your relationship with Mr. Martin is over. And cause number 4087, the court is going to sentence you to 10 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's a $2,000 fine. Time and money will not run concurrent. This will run concurrent with 2023 CR 4088. Take in consideration 2023 CR 4144, 2023 CR 4143, Chapter 62 registration. There's to be no contact with the complainant and no contact with Lauren Elizabeth Meschwitz. Is there anything else from either side with regards to sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right. And each cause number, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review those documents with your attorney? Did you understand them? And did you sign them? All right. Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because these are felony convictions, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing, whether you're telling me you knew she was only 16 or not, at the end of the day, you knew that the person that you were using was going through some drama in their life, and you were seeking to build your happiness off that person's misery. You cannot do that in this world. Do you understand? All right, at least good human beings do not. Good luck to you.